Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 80 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day to get what you want. I'm doing one thing every day to get what I want. And in order to make that easier and possible and doable, we are breaking our goals down into bite-sized pieces to make sure that we get our overall goals for this year by chunking it down into pieces and achieving each different area and aspect of our life, the goals we want. By doing that, we can achieve way more than if we just had one or two major goals that we were working toward, usually at the expense of some area or aspect of our life. When I was younger, I spent a lot of time and energy working on financial goals, business goals, career goals, to the detriment of my health, to the detriment of time with my family, etc., in my relationships. So this year, what we're doing is we're breaking our goals down and we're focusing each month, 9 months out of the 12 months of this year, on an area or aspect of our life that's really, really important. I use a 9-part life framework to set my goals, set my objectives, check back with myself and see if the choices and the decisions I'm making are moving me toward what I want or away from what I want. So this month, the month of March, we're focusing on, if you've been with us at all, mental well-being, mental health, whatever you call it. And today we're going to talk about our core mental goals, your core mental goals. What is most important to you? Because what mine are doesn't make any difference to you, and what yours are don't make any difference to me, but they make a huge difference to you and how you relate to everything in your life. Because our thinking, just like our feelings, we talked about last month, our emotional well-being, our emotional health. I started with these this year because I think we forget. We always start with physical. I always start with physical. That's where I've always started, primarily because I've had big time physical challenges in my life. And I didn't realize that those were actually contributed to by emotional and spiritual and mental aspects of my life. And so this year I thought I would start with emotional, then we're doing mental this month. Next month we'll do spiritual, and then we'll hop into our physical well-being and following with the other areas and aspects of life. So today we want to think about our mental core values. Well, what are core values and why do we care? They are the things that are most near and dear to our heart, most important to us, of highest priority. So they're the principles that guide our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings, and our actions, right? The things that are critical to us. And I have learned quite a while ago that if I know what my core values are, if I set my priorities and I know what's most important to me, it makes saying yes and no to different things really, really easy. Because as much as we like to think, oh, I have to do this or it's the end of the world, it's absolutely positively not true. There are so many options and so many opportunities and so many different ways for us to look at things. It's really kind of mind-boggling if we open ourselves up to the possibility that there is more than one or two ways to look at a situation, our situation especially. You know, when we're emotionally and mentally involved in a thing, it's a lot more challenging to take a step back and look at it and say, okay, what's really going on here? Not what do I emotionally think or think based on my past beliefs or past experiences. What are the facts here? What's going on? And what is in my best interest to do or not do about it? So our core values help us to make decisions. And I've found that one of the toughest things for us to do as humans is actually choose and make decisions about something. Some people are awesome at making decisions. Just like anything else, it's a muscle that you practice. And if you have tools and ways of making decisions, it makes decision making quicker and easier. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And the more you understand and know yourself, the better it is and the easier it is to make decisions and choices that are right for you. So I'm going to share just a few examples of, and I'm not saying these are mine or whether these are my core mental values or not. I'm just sharing a list that I got off the internet of different core values. Did a discussion in Guide 17. I did a write-up of each of these, and you can go and read that on the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group. You have to go in there, share your email, say you're not going to spam, and then you can get in the group and you have access to all of the past recordings for this particular challenge, all of the past challenges from 2020 and 2021, all of the Get Up and Go challenges, plus some no nonsense Novembers. Those are all 30-day challenges, 30-day plus challenges. They were 31-day challenges. And I did those every other month during the pandemic. And so you can go and look up any topic that you would want with respect to personal development and growth, life frameworks, things like that, the different exercises and tools that we use in this challenge, or will use in this challenge. We haven't used them all yet. We're only into March. But what are some examples of mental core values. How about self-awareness? How about mindfulness? How about self-acceptance, self-love? How about, I guess that's more emotional. How about resilience? How do you bounce back from challenges? Gratitude, compassion, purpose, connection, growth, balance. You can, if you're struggling with, our action item today is just going to be to share what do you think right now is your number one mental well-being core value. Mine, for example, I did emotional and emotional. For me, my core value is it's always love. It always boils down to love is my number one most important core value when it comes to emotional well-being and health. I don't know what it is for mental. I have to do the homework just like you do, and then I'll share what is my number one mental core value. And as we go through this challenge, then all of a sudden we'll have 9 core values, one for each area, an aspect of the life framework, and then we can decide, can we combine some of those? Because maybe love comes up in emotional relationships and, I don't know, spiritual. Right? And then we don't have 9 core values we're making our decisions on. We just have a handful. There's, values are as vast as we are as humans. So there could be hundreds, but I say it's just like goals. I cannot personally deal with more than 1 or 2 goals in each of the life framework areas unless they're overlapping, because it just is too much. So that's it. That's our challenge for today. Share in the comments below your number one core mental value that you're going to base your decisions and choices on. You can make a whole list of what your core values are. I have a whole list of what mine are with respect to each area and aspect of my life. And then I just say, okay, well, what is the number one to me right now? And it's just a step. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.